Hello everyone, it's me again. So, another duel video was requested and here we go. So what are we doing? So I'm just playing all ranking matches with my main account now. Last video I just played the ranking matches with my second account, but now it's my main account. So what do we have here? A Master Valkyrie. So I automatically assumed she knows all the tricks about Valkyrie. And now I explain what is strong about Valkyrie and what is weak about Valkyrie. So as a Kensei, you have the superior damage. Like her shield base is absolutely reactable. That means every time when you see the orange, just go for a dodge and for a Swiss strike. That means guaranteed 20 damage for you. But you can also wait for the orange, dodge, and hope she's doing a light. If you get the light parry, it's 40 damage for you. But she can mix it up with a heavy, so it's not 100% guaranteed. And yeah, just go with... So what I do is just go with the guaranteed 20 damage and work around your pommel strike. And her biggest threat is really her spear swipe, but it's also reactable like the shoot tackle. And if she fails, it's a free guard break for you. That means 25 or 45 damage for you. Depends on this environment.
Round 3.
Okay, that was a misread. Also, the worst thing is about Valkyrie, the biggest punishment on the light parry is 25 damage. Here I hope for a shield bash. So a lot of players are doing some moves after the first hit of the zone attack, but she actually expected my second hit of the zone and went for a crushing counter strike. That's so. By the way, side note, the crushing counter strike is her biggest, one of the biggest punishments. Yes, it's like 28 damage. It's more damage like a heavy. Yeah, she catched me here in my pommel strike. So that's also a big weakness for Kensei. If you get guard broken while winding up your pommel strike, it's a free guard break for your enemy. So always be aware of it. So I think that's a Master Warden, yes.
Round 1.
So what do we have to look for, Warden? For the occasionally light attacks. So they are denying your guard breaks attempts and your pommel strikes. So sometimes it's a good idea to throw out a guard break like this against a Warden, so to deny his vortex or shoulder bash, whatever you call it. So that's the option select parry. So now you have to be careful. Now you showed him you do option select parries. So every time when she's doing another unblockable attack, really try to focus to parry it regularly. Otherwise he's just parrying his own attack. Okay, that was super lucky. And to be honest, to parry the Warden top heavy is not that difficult. So shoulder bash is a really great tool to open up your opponent, but if he fails, if it's a misread, it's a free guard break for you. So you can do 25 damage or 45. So it's kind of risky to do the shoulder bash. But the best thing about shoulder bash, it's so easy to use. So that was a pommel strike light into finish like finisher. It was delayed on maximum, so it surprises a lot of people, even if it's just 500 milliseconds. Okay, now that I showed my light finisher, now it's a good idea to do a heavy finisher. Only to show him it's not safe to parry me. And yeah, that was a big mistake from him. He just went for a double light, but he whiffed his first light, so the second light is even slower. So I think here I got a random guard break for free. So I think he was doing a solo bash or heavy. That's a correct read.
Victory!
He dodged my pommel strike, so instead of doing a light, just do a heavy. Okay, now we have a Diamond 5 Warden. Why I'm showing this match? Because he plays like the regular Warden, you know. A lot of shoulder bashes and so on. And now I show you how to shut him down. The best Wardens are using a lot of spacing. That means they're keeping your distance. So what he should do is just keep to stay out of my pommel strike range and walk around level 1 shoulder bashes or valiant breakthroughs if I miss the dodge, if I fail the dodge. Alright, that guy is shutting down my pommel strike with the top light. That means he can shut down my top light and my pommel strike with a simple light attack. What you do is like this. Bait the top attack and parry the incoming attack. Yeah, like I said, it's a good idea to throw out some random guard breaks to shut down heavies or shoulder bash attempts.
Victory!
So the only way to counter him, that move, is throwing out zone attack or light attacks.
Round 2.
So now you can expect him to do more light attacks or zones. So like this. Now he's throwing out the random lights. And here I missed just the wall splat. Yeah, see? More lights attacks now. Instead of shoulder bashing. But now you know he's using more lights. He can parry all his lights now to punish him.
Victory!
So that's how you turn a shoulder bashing warden into a light attacking warden.
Round 3.
So don't be shy, just throw out some random gut breaks. And if he's doing some light attacks, punish them. Punish the light attacks. And now he's using that attacks. Here we go.
Victory!
So I hope that was helpful to play against Wardens. And now we have mastered Tiandi. To be honest, I'm not 100% confident against Tiandis. The best thing about Tiandi is he can do his palm strike out of neutral. That means the palm strike can come out of nowhere. And even if you dodge his palm strike, he can follow it up with a hyper armor move, or hyper armor heavy. And the worst of all, or the best thing for Tiandi is you can cancel his heavy attack. So what you do is to trade like this. That means 20 damage for him for his heavy, but it's 40 damage for you. So the trade is in your favor. So you get the attack from the twist strike, plus you can finish it with a light finisher. And that is a big mistake.
Victory!
Went for a zone and went out of stamina with it. But sure, the best thing about Tiandi is his bomb strike and his 400 millisecond attacks. He's the only Vanguard that has 400 millisecond attack. Like double lights. Oh, super high. Yeah, and if he gets the heavy, he can chain it, of course, for 400 millisecond attack. So sometimes you have to parry his heavy attack. But now he's probably trying to bait some parry attempts. And yeah, I like this. He did like 2 gut breaks in a row. So I tried to deny this third one, but he was expecting the elect. So this mind game goes to him.
Round 3.
So this time no finisher for me because I was almost out of stamina. Oh yeah, the 400 milliseconds attacks. Oh yeah. So that was a gut break to shut down my opponent's strike. Ah yeah, another gut break. Now he got me on my opponent's strike.
Defeat.
That's the biggest weakness of Kensei. It's the same principle like Warden.
Round 4.
Or how to play against a Warden. So Power Strike is a powerful tool, but it can also be your greatest weakness. So what happened here? He got me in the time between my Swift Strike and my Chain Light finisher. So the Chain Light finisher wasn't guaranteed. If I get it, he would be dead. So kinda unfortunate.
Victory!
Yeah. Tiandi zones are okay in speed. And also it gives you the opportunity to kick me. But I think in this situation it was the wrong move. And being out of stamina is in general a wrong move. Or a bad idea. And now I got the right reach. He was guard breaking, but I was zoning. You can do a light, top light, it's also okay. So that was the right main game. So I was just throwing out a left heavy to feint the zone attack. So he went for a zone parry, but of course he ate that heavy attack. So, Master Kensei. Actually, it's a classic mirror match.
Round 1.
So, what is Kensei mirrors are all about? Just read the power strike. That's it. So, if you do the power strike, is he dodging? Is he staying on the place? On the spot, I mean. When he dodges, you can go for ham splitter or zone attacks. Catch him. And of course interrupt the power strike attempts. So throwing out the zones and the lights at the right time. So I saw a top indicator, so it could be a top heavy or of course a light attack. But when you do a light attack, it's more like a 50-50.
Victory!
So if he's doing a heavy, you hit him with your light. If it's a light, you get the light in your face.
Round 2.
So Kensei Duels not about, it's more about mind games. Because Kensei is not the fastest hero, but the best thing about Kensei is his power strike, because it's unreactable. So you have to decide to dodge when you see a top indicator. Yeah. Yeah, I went for light attack, but he launched his zone attack way earlier than me.
Round 3.
So actually, that's not the move you want to do. the second chain light because it's so painfully slow. It's one of the worst things you can do, as Kensei.
Victory!
The second chain lights.
Round 4.
Yeah, and your main tool when someone is out of stamina is your power strike. A lot of people or a lot of Kenseis are going for unblockable top heavies, but in my opinion they are too unsafe and cost you a lot of stamina. And in my opinion, you get safe 2 pommel strikes when someone's out of stamina. So that means 40 damage or even more if you get the guard break, the out of stamina guard break. But the top finisher unblockable, of course you get 45 damage, but most of the time it won't hit. So what is this? It's a JJ. Yeah, I think that's clearly a Smurf, or he's a decent JJ. So what is JJ all about against Kensei? He tries to do fast attacks to interrupt my pommel strike or my guard breaks. So he won't let me to do the pommel strike against him. And his own opener, the kick, is really easy to counter. If you get the timing right, you are safe against the guard break and hit. So what are you doing against his opener? So when he dodges forward, and you see the top indicator, immediately dodge. So that means even in your late iframes you dodge the kick. And when he goes for a guard break, it's so slow, you're outside of the guard break vulnerability. That means you can counter guard break. So every time when you see like this, and his first move was the kick, so immediately dodge. That's the trick. Don't wait, just dodge. And yeah. So in fact it's just a really bad pommel strike. But what speaks for JJ? His high punishments. So his lights are 500 milliseconds in all directions and deals 80 damage. It's really good. And he also can delay his lights. Oh yeah. Here finally. My heavy finisher baited a parry attempt.
Round 3.
But JJ is not really made for duels, but still, he's better than most of the bad heroes, I would say. But if you learn how to counter him, he's not a big deal anymore. So that was lucky, he was launching a zone attack, but he got stuck on wall and my parry attempt failed. You saw clearly the parry animation of my Kensei. And one tip for you guys, When he's going for his side dodge attack, just keep your block on the direction of the incoming attack. And when you see a flicker on the opposite, just go for a parry. It's 100% guaranteed.
Round 1.
So, that's a Berserker. Master Berserker. In my opinion, he did everything right. So, he knows exactly... Okay, that's the weak move. So he knows what is strong about Berserker. That means his heavy feint into light mix-ups using hyper armor and so on. It's strong on Berserker. So Kensei is great in punish recoveries, but even if you punish the recovery, he goes for a trade. So that means you can chain it into a heavy. So your 20 damage means nothing to him if he punishes you with over 30 damage, so to speak. So in my opinion, Berserker is the strongest picks you can do against against Kensei.
Round 2.
Yeah, that was a zone attack to interrupt him. Sometimes you have to interrupt him on his first move when you expect a heavy attack. So in this phase he has no hyper armor.
Victory!
And use a superior range. So the only thing where Berserker lacks is range.
Round 3.
So you can use zone attacks, top lights, or try to use backwards pommel strikes for your advantage. What is the backward pommel strike? Just go backwards in these pommel strikes. So the pommel strike looks a bit different. Like so like this. You can strike him. So he was whiffing a lot of attacks on range. And he was one hit. So
round 4.
This situation was in my favor. But if he closes the gap and use all his hyper armor moves, it's so hard to do it with it. So I was hoping for a zone parry, but anyways, I was dead.
Round 5.
Sorry for the Facebook sound. I'm sorry. So, yeah. Here, you saw I tried to punish his recovery again, but like I said, he don't care about recoveries when he can go for another attack. So it's the same guy, but I won this match against him.
Round 1.
So Berserker is fully well deserved S tier, only because of his hyper armor and his soft feints and 400 millisecond attacks. So he can actually go for heavy, cancel soft and light, heavy, heavy. Light is also, the starter light is also decent fast. Zone attack, you can use the zone attack as option select parry. He has all the tools. Yeah, he has all the tools.
Victory! Round 2.
So in this round I decided to go more aggressive. And I'm not sure. So what I'm doing, what I'm not doing as Berserker in Duels are backward zone attacks
Victory!
against Kensei. Because Kensei has the range to reach you in the, at the end animation of your backward zone.
Round
For other heroes, it's maybe a good idea, but I'm not sure. Yeah. Punish this recovery, but like I said, Berserkers don't care about recoveries. Yeah.
defeat.
400 millisecond attacks.
Round 4.
So there he tried to parry a light.
Victory!
Okay, now we have a Lawbringer Master. And by the way, that's the last match of the 15 ranking matches.
Round
So
1.
overall I won 40 matches, or 15. I only lost that one round, that one match against Berserker. So after the ranking matches I got like 8,700 points. So that made me a Grandmaster between rank 80 and 90. But I had to play more rounds to get the Grandmaster icons somehow. But anyways, I can show you later. So, What do we have to look out for Lawbringer?
Victory!
Actually, only for his shove blocks. Or block on shove. Or shove on block. Yeah, shove on block.
Round 2.
But as Ken said, it's really easy to deal with them. So even if you get the shove on block, dodge into the direction of the incoming attack. So that means you're safe against lights and heavies. The only thing he can own you is if he cancels his heavy and go for a gut break. But even that's the trick, you can counter it with a swift strike. So I have no idea what that was. I wasted a free gut break.
Victory! Round 3.
Oh yeah, I bounced off, so it wasn't a gut break. Yeah.
Victory!
Okay, now here comes the satisfying part of ranked duels. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of ranked duels because I really don't enjoy them, but it really teaches you how to play the game. So 8,700 points. The weird thing is, even when I left this window, I lost 50 points. So when I came back to the screen, I just had 8,757 points. So that made me, like I said, Grandmasters between 80 and 90. Yeah, so I had to play more ranked duels for getting the ranked the Grandmaster icon. So bonus club. So that's a Master Berserker. Yeah, delayed 400 millisecond lights are so painful.
Victory!
Yeah, sometimes it's a good idea to let it slip. Even when he gets the block,
Round 2.
that's free chip damage for you. The only way to punish you is, yeah, of course, to parry it. Oh, there, I missed. I failed to gut break. Yeah, then he realized he's screwed up big. Yeah, that was also in the screen. I could go for a like finish him off. But I thought he was... I honestly thought he was going for a dodge. Dodge and parry.
Round 3.
So at this point I wasn't sure is he going for option select parries or just regular stun attack. Yeah, some parry. But if you get like the leg parry, it's 40 damage for you. So it's a huge reward. So now, here it comes. Welcome to Grandmasters. Thank you, game. So guys, I hope you like this kind of content, and if so, just leave a comment, give me some feedback, and like always, have a good one. Bye bye.